I think there have been lots of benefits in my experience with my children. So now my son is 5. He's trilingual. He's very fluent in English, that's my language, Italian, which is my husband's language. And I really believe that using this infant communication method with him from birth had a huge part in that. And we could see it happening. So there was a moment, for example, where he used to sign home when he wanted to go home, and then one day he sort of was sitting there going like this and said casa, which is house in Italian, and ding, we could actually see the development of his languages happening, and the connection between the two languages, and that two different words in two different languages meant the same thing. So that's just one benefit. He's really chatty, and we just had a meeting with his teachers, and they said that he's doing very well at Dutch at school, which made us happy. And even after 3 months of lockdown, that he didn't use the language at all. And they said he's making jokes in Dutch, which for me, it blows my mind because he's only been at school, about a year, and he hasn't had that much input in Dutch. So I think that all of this has been helping him and preparing him and just opening him to accept all this language that we're throwing at him. Also that he is interested in learning French now, so I don't know if a 4th language is a good idea, but he's really tuned in to language. And I think that is because we started communicating very early with him. My daughter, she's 2. And also, same thing, very interested in language, very chatty little girl, very bubbly. And with her, I see something interesting happening, that she's 2, she can't read, but she opens books and looks at pictures, and she follows the words like her brother does now that he's learning to read, and she's trying to read, and she interprets pictures. So she saw one with a mum who was stopping a bus, and that's the sign stop also that we taught her when she was small, and she's looking at the picture, stop, and she's telling herself the story. And I think being able to understand that visual symbols have meaning is helping her to interpret pictures, to start not reading, but it's laying a foundation towards reading, that she understands that those letters mean something, and that later that will help her. I really believe so with her reading. Also, this is my experience with my kids, but I asked a couple of mums who came to my workshops when I started, so 5 years ago. They also have now primary school age children, and I wanted to know what they thought. And one mum said something so lovely that I think I'm going to read it to you. She said that she felt like using these signs with her daughter from very young. I think she was maybe around 6 months old. What she said is, it showed my daughter from a young age that we respect her opinion and what she has to share. And I thought that's really beautiful. From such a young age already, they understand that we want to know them. We want to know who they are and what they have to tell us. And she said that there were so many positive ripple effects that she probably cannot even think of them all. So I also feel that way, that this is something that's going to have an effect on our relationship for a very, very long time.